Divorce, separation, breakups suck.
Yeah, of
For
course.
anybody. For
Yeah.
anybody. Of course it's gonna suck. But I always had the mindset of I would never be sad that it's over. I'm always gonna be grateful and happy that it ever even happened.
Britney Spears is one of the biggest names in the music industry. She can't move without the tabloids taking notice. Whether she gets in or out of a relationship, it's a massive news headline. She recently got out of a decades-long marriage with Sam Asghari. Was it simply another example of recent erratic behavior? What triggered her to end what seemed like it could be her happily ever after? She gave an emotional post on social media explaining the details, and her exes have also given responses. How they met and married. Sam Asghari was a model and actor. He met Britney in 2016. The pair worked together on the set of the music video for her song Slumber Party. They started dating soon after and got engaged after a few years of courting. Sam and Britney got married in June of 2022 after the end of the controlling conservatorship her dad had her under. It was a lavish ceremony that included a small list of Hollywood elites such as Madonna and Selena Gomez. As he said,
we imagined this thing being a fairy tale, and it was. And we only had like 50 to 70 people. We wanted to just celebrate, and that's what we did.
For a while, it seemed like Britney could have found her Prince Charming. The initial phase of the marriage was promising. When Sam was interviewed about becoming a new husband, he said,
"We're so excited to start a new chapter, and everything's so positive from here on out."
But the marriage was short.
Sam filed for divorce August of 2023. He cited irreconcilable differences. It was finalized in May of 2024. It was a heated divorce process despite their ironclad prenup. Sam allegedly wanted more than Britney was willing to give him at first, but they eventually did settle, though the exact figures on how much aren't clear. It's not even clear if Sam got any spousal support, but he was willing to give Britney a different type of support. He helped her through the difficult final years of her conservatorship and the effect it had on her. As he said,
One day I started learning about what the conservatorship is and things like that. And that's when I was like, wait a minute. Like, I thought, I'm in America. What do you mean someone over the age of 18 needs permission from their parents?
It was unfortunately not enough to keep their marriage together. It was an important way for him to show he still cared about her. Britney says the marriage was a fake distraction. Britney may have had Sam's support during the marriage, but she didn't have the thing she wanted the most. She didn't have a relationship with her family. She estranged from her children for 3 years during the marriage. Their names are Sam Preston and Jaden James. This estrangement definitely had an impact on her marriage to Sam. Britney put her deep feelings about the situation online, saying, quote, "We're just people so fragile and human. The hardest years of my life were my 2 sons gone for those 3 years. I was cut off from calling or texting, and I remember in shock. My secret to survival was denial and a lot of tears. It's weird, me and Sam were married, but it almost felt like a fake distraction to help me deal with it." The separation from Britney's sons made her marriage to Sam a difficult time in her life, and it's likely a contributing factor as to why it ended. Whether they could have been a happy family together is anyone's guess, though. On the road to healing, the estrangement between Britney and her sons has fortunately begun to lessen. She reunited with her 18-year-old son Jaden. Sources say he's back in California after moving to Hawaii with his brother Sean and their father, Kevin Federline. Sources say Britney is simply thrilled to have her baby back and that everything is moving in the right direction. Britney says she can feel the signs of healing not only in her mind but in her body. Her emotional pain used to be so severe she didn't even have an appetite. Her natural hunger, even for sweet and indulgent foods, has returned. She posted, "My soul has never experienced food like this a day in my life." They say the body keeps the score when it comes to trauma. Hopefully she can physically and mentally heal enough from her trauma to be in her son's lives as much as she yearns to be. What does Sam think? Sam posted a response to Britney's comments about their marriage being a fake distraction. He was hurt because, even though it ended, it was real to him. As he said, quote, "It may have been short, but we were together for 7 years. I was in love with her, will always have love for her, and wish her the best always." However, he doesn't have positive words to say about Britney's inner circle. His comments came out more in an alleged TMZ documentary about her conservatorship. He said in an Instagram story, "I found it absolutely disgusting for the people that were in her life at the time when she didn't have a voice. They went and told her story like it was theirs. It was absolutely disgusting." He also couldn't stomach the conservatorship Brittney was stuck in. Her father controlled her every move. Sam admits also that being in a relationship with such a public figure was difficult. It gave him a platform. He could get noticed more easily because he was associated with such a public figure. But it was also an obstacle. Sam had to work harder than ever before. When he would try to find work, casting directors would dismiss him, so he had to work harder to prove himself. He's worked hard to do so since the breakup. Brittney's other relationships in a tell-all book. Jason Allen Alexander is an interesting footnote in music and Britney Spears history. They were only married for 55 hours, one of the shortest celebrity couplings on record. His only other notable impact on her life was crashing her wedding to Sam with a weapon in hand. The police were notified, and he was sent to jail. Any details on what he thinks of her recent behavior or divorce is up to speculation. Britney's second marriage was to former backup dancer Kevin Federline, and it was a bit longer lasting. They revealed how they met on The Ellen Show. Unfortunately, that connection couldn't last forever. Britney and Kevin were married from 2004 to 2007. Since then, he's provided plenty of intimate details in his memoir, You Thought You Knew. They include almost all of the finances of his split with Britney. He was apparently awarded $20,000 a month in child support for their sons, Sean and Jaden, until they both turned 18. He also got $20,000 per month in alimony to cover half of their 26-month marriage. He does mention a settlement, but doesn't disclose the full amount. It's previously been reported to be around $1 million to $1.3 million. Despite this, Kevin says he didn't feel financially set after the breakup. He still had a range of hefty bills to pay, including rent, transportation, security, and childcare. The tabloid narrative made him out to be a bum who sat and waited for the next check. He insists he kept working as much as he could. That included commercials, events, appearances, and parties. Some sources also think the only reason he's pointing out these stories now is because his child support payments have stopped coming. He responded to those claims, saying,
I think if you read the book, then you'll see that over the course of my life, I've realized what matters to me most, and it's definitely not money. My family means more to me than anything money could ever buy.
Brittney clapped back on Instagram. She said he was gaslighting and hurting her with his white lies. Kevin insists he's not revealing these stories in his book for money or notoriety. They're a cry for help as her behaviors become more and more erratic. He's using a book to make sure it doesn't get to an even more dangerous place that could hurt her or her children. As he put it,
Like anybody that's ever cared about her or been captivated by her, now is the time. Because I want her to be around for our kids for years and years and years.
It's a call not just to family and friends, but to all her fans that still love her. Support from those who love her music can be a defense against everything that's happened and is happening in her life. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite Britney Spears song? Let us know in the comments section below.